Denis Rule here, the lighting guy. We're in the studio today. We're going to do a high key shot. We have makeup being done with Tracy Leahy, Beauty by Tracy, and we have our lovely model Michelle. We're going to do some really cool stuff on a budget. Let's get to it and talk about the gear.
Okay, so the gear list, we're using 3 Yagnu manual flashes in the manual mode. We're going to use 3 battery packs to help us get faster recycle times. These are optional. Our main light will be a quick box, the 40-inch quick box, and 2 60-inch quick boxes for our accent lights. Using a variety of stands, the boom stand helps us place the light a little bit more efficiently. Okay, so we're using a Nikon camera here. It doesn't matter what brand you're using, it's always going to be the same. We've set up the shutter speed at 1/160th of a second. The reason for that is I want to take out as much ambient light that's in the studio as possible. Secondly, we set the our main light at f8. I just needed a starting point, and I might throw in that the ISO is at 400, and the only reason for that, modern cameras not giving us much noise, and I don't want to stress out the little speed lights. I don't know how far we can push this. This is my first time doing it, and we're actually doing a test live. Okay, so let's look at the first shot. Okay, so we've taken a shot, and it's not really bad. I mean, we're in the ballpark here. There's a couple of little problems. I see the shadow underneath the chin, so we're going to add in a 5-in-1 reflector, and I think we're going to go directly to the silver side just to bring some light in under there because we want to make a glamour shot. And I'm also seeing that even though the background's white, it looks awfully gray in this shot, so we need to focus a little bit more light onto the background, and we're going to make a couple of adjustments, but as you know, you want to adjust just a few things at a time. Really efficiently, you should only adjust one thing at a time. That way you know exactly where you're going. So let's add in one more light. What we're going to do, actually not adding a light, but we'll turn up the light. So we're going to turn up the light on the right side. We're just going to turn it up one full stop and see where we're at and take another shot. All right, here we go. We're starting to build a story now. We've got the reflector added in. You can see the catch light in the bottom of the pupil. You can also see that the shadow underneath the chin is a lot less distinct. It's still there. There's still some definition there, and we want to keep that. You'll also notice that on the right-hand side, we're a lot brighter than the left, but we still have a little way to go. So we're going to make some more adjustments. We're going to bring up those levels a little bit higher on the 2 kicker lights on both the left and the right side. Here we go. Now we've got a nice even lighting across the back. It's still a little bit gray, but I don't want to lose a whole lot of definition. I want to try to keep as much possible in the eyes. I want to keep that contrast. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start playing with the aperture. We're going to start dialing it up and down and finding where that spot is. There's no right or wrong here. It's artist's choice. It's the photographer's choice. It's what you like. I'm looking for that pale porcelain type skin. So I'm going to open up the aperture. We were at f11. We're going to drop it down to f8 and see where that takes us. All right, here we go. We've got a much better background happening here. We've got almost a full white. We can play with it a little bit more. I'm actually going to open up the stop a little bit more and let a little bit more light in just to get that porcelain skin. Again, there's no right or wrong. Remember that. And in this shot here, we did take it into post-production a little bit, and we played with the saturation in order to get just a different coloring in Michelle's hair. But we really haven't done a whole lot other than just increase the contrast a little bit and the sharpness for the video. All right, so don't be afraid to move the lights around a little bit. Bring them in a little closer, back them off a little bit. Be careful with your levels. You want to be careful on not blowing out the shot too much. I really didn't do any adjustments to any of the levels here, but by bringing the light in a little closer to the model, it's equivalent to dialing up the power. So don't be afraid to play with it. There's no right or wrong. It's just what the look that you want to get.
You have it. Thanks, Michelle. You've been a great help. High key photography on a budget and really fun to do. I'm Denis Rule, the lighting guy. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.